Hello, hey sweet people. Welcome to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. This week on the show, Alexia is suffering like the little cobaya that she is. So how are you doing today, Alexia?
I'm doing great. I think I've been doing a pretty good job with this article. But we still have to finish it.
Yeah. So just one thing before we get started. Two things. First, we are reading an article that is talking about talking to yourself, which is a really interesting topic, at least for me. Secondly, Alexia, something that you do that I absolutely love, that I think a lot of our listeners could learn from, is after you read something or after you do anything good in English, you always say, I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I mean, it's self-assurance, I think.
Yeah, it's just realizing the fact that learning a new language, pronunciation, reading out loud, all of these things are really difficult, and you should be happy when you're trying.
Damn right.
Okay.
Oh, heck right. Or darn right.
Yes. How would you translate damn right?
Yeah.
I would say like con certeza, but
No.
with something a little more forceful.
Yeah. It's not that, but it's like, é isso aí. You know?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Can be a little bit sensitive in certain situations. Anyways, we are going to continue reading the article. I will give Alexia corrections. And if you have not listened to the last few episodes, we recommend starting with the first one.
Yes, and if you would like to read with us, just go to our description, to our show notes, and the link will be there. So I am ready. Can I start?
Absolutely. Go for it. As always, read with emotion, enthusiasm. Give me your most passionate reading voice in English.
Yet, self-talk enjoys certain advantage... Peraí. Vamos lá.
We talked about this in the last episode.
I know.
Whenever you are reading out loud, you are always going to mess up at the start. So just take a breath, start again. Don't worry about it.
Yet self-talk enjoys certain advantages over inner speech, even in adults. First, silent inner... Meu Deus, I am struggling. 1 second. Let me, like when you're turning on the machine and then it takes a little bit to, I'll just say that too. I could say like to.
Yeah, to warm up.
Yeah, to warm up. So, again. Yet self-talk enjoys certain advantages over inner speech, even in adults. First, silent inner speech often appears in a condensed and partial form. As Fernie Ho has shown, we often tend to speak to ourselves silently using single words and condensed sentences.
Mm-hmm. Can I give you a quick recommendation? So first, Fernie Ho, that is the name of a psychiatrist or researcher. Strange name. Secondly, the word condensed.
Condensed.
Yes. So you were saying condensed. This is a very common mistake that almost all Portuguese speakers make when they see a word that ends in ed. Automatically, your cute little Brazilian brain wants to think condensed. But normally, in English, with an ed, we simply add the T sound. So the correct pronunciation in this case is simply condensed.
Condensed.
Nice.
Speaking out loud, by contrast, allows the retrieval of our thoughts in full, using rhythm and intonation that emphasize their pragmatic and argumentative meaning and encourages the creation of developed, complex ideas.
Woo! Good job.
Yeah. Retrieval? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The retrieval.
Yeah, I don't know why I stopped because I think in my mind like retrieval, golden retriever, and then I was very confused about it.
Yeah, I also made that association. Retrieval is not a very common word, but do you understand what it means?
To retrieve?
Yeah.
I think I do, but I'm not sure, to be honest.
Most of the time we would say to get. Like, I'm going to retrieve that item. That means you're getting it. You're picking it up.
I make a link with dogs. When you retrieve, it's like to get something and to fetch, right? Like,
to get something and bring it back.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Yeah, but not super common. Do you have any other questions in terms of vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation?
No, just the word ritmo in English that I think that it's going to be very hard for everyone. I remember that you correct me 100 times.
At least.
But I think that I did it correctly.
Yeah, you pronounced it great in this case. So rhythm. This is one of those words in English that the way we write it is absolutely crazy. So we write this word RHYTHM. Makes absolutely no sense. So just think of two things. Rhythm. Perfect.
Rhythm of the night.
Yeah.
Night.
It's really difficult when you have a word in Portuguese, ritmo, and then rhythm. Okay, so in this paragraph, I think the most interesting thing, and something that I've never really thought about before, when you have thoughts in your head, they are probably quite condensed. Like they are not a complete idea. So for example, if I'm thinking, I'm angry at Alexia, and I just have a thought like, Alexia.
Okay.
But if I actually say that thought out loud, it's probably like, I'm a little bit frustrated with Alexia because she ate the last cookie and I wanted the cookie.
So last night I was watching a guy talking about how to not to win arguments, but how to make sense with arguments with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So he was saying like, don't ever, for example, if I'm mad at you, I won't do like, I'm mad at you, Foster, because you da-da-da. It's not that. You have to be angry at the situation and not at the person. Mm-hmm. So it's more or less what he's saying here. Like, if you have bad thoughts or nice ideas, but it's all inside of your head, you're going to be very confused about what you want to say, what you want to think, which is the subject there. Mm-hmm. So when you say it out loud, it makes sense because it's the situation, is the idea, is the fact, and not the person or not the place.
Yeah, that's kind of a form of nonviolent communication.
Yeah.
Something that I've been working on a lot in therapy. Anyways, are you ready to continue with the next paragraph?
Yes. Okay. Not only does speech retrieve pre-existing ideas, it also creates new information in the retrieval process, just as the process of writing. Speaking out loud is inventive and creative. Each uttered. Mm-hmm. Okay. Speaking out loud is inventive and creative. Each uttered word and sentence doesn't just bring forth I'm struggling here.
Doesn't just bring forth an existing thought.
Yeah, too many THs here.
A lot of THs. This is why I chose this article.
Okay. Speaking out loud is inventive and creative. Each uttered word and sentence doesn't just bring forth an existing thought, but also triggers new mental and linguistic connections. In both cases, speech and writing, the materiality.
Yeah, that's a crazy word. You don't need to know that word.
The materiality of language undergoes a transformation to audible sounds or written signs, which in turn produces a mental shift. This transformation isn't just about the translation of thoughts into another set of signs. Rather, it adds new information to the mental process and generates new mental cascades. That's why the best solution for creative blocks isn't to try to think in front of an empty page and simply wait for thoughts to arrive, but actually to continue to speak and write anything, trusting this generative process.
Wow. Excellent job, Alexia. How do you feel about that one?
Yeah, I mean, I was struggling a little bit, but after reading twice, I could make it. So sometimes just like you had to go back 2 steps to go forward one.
Yeah. Take 2 steps back, 1 step forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you did an excellent job. And this article is full of vocabulary that you do not need to know actively. For example, materiality. The materiality of language. No one says that in normal everyday conversation. I think we would just say, the content of language or something like that. So it's good when you're reading to understand, okay, this word exists. I understand the context, but I don't really need to actively use this word in conversation.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you understand or do you agree with the idea that speaking or writing not only helps you clarify your ideas, but it really helps you generate your ideas?
Yeah, I mean, why do people write on journals, for example?
In journals.
Or why do they have a to-do list? Or why do they have to organize ideas on paper or writing on your computer before doing stuff?
Exactly.
So, yeah, of course.
Exactly. I hear a lot of people say that I write to think.
Mm-hmm.
Like people write in order to really understand what they think about a certain subject. And you can do the exact same thing with speaking to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have an idea and you're curious about it, talk about it with yourself and you'll probably generate new ideas and really understand what you think. At the same time, you are improving your English.
Yes.
Okay. Great job today, Alexia. Tomorrow we will finish this incredibly difficult article. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't. I am already trying to read the next paragraph so I can be ready for it.
Okay. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. As always, keep up the good fight.
And lose well. Bye.